Hello, this is Billy Core from the Nostalgia Mall, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at this Lenovo ThinkCentre that I bought at Goodwill last week for $20. Really good deal if you ask me. All it needed was some memory and an SSD and fired right up. So I'm very pleased with this. Now, the purpose of owning this for me is that you may recall a few years ago, I think it was in 2020, when I did a video about a PC that I had hooked up to my TV running a version of Linux, I guess you could call it, called Batocera. And I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, I apologize. And it was kind of like RetroPie for PCs. And the good thing about that is that if you run that on a PC, you can run a lot more powerful games than you can on a Raspberry Pi. And that's especially handy because this thing only cost me $20. Have you seen what Raspberry Pi 4s are going for right now? So yeah, for me, this is a much better deal than that, at least right now. And besides, it's powerful to run just about anything I throw at it. It's got a, I don't know the clock speed, but it's got a Haswell generation Intel Core i5. I believe it has, I just put through random sticks in here. I think it has either 6 or 8 gigs of RAM. Has built-in Wi-Fi. There's the antenna there, which I don't use. I just use Ethernet for this. But on the front, we got a power button. We got 2 USB ports. This one is being used for my wireless game controller. Got microphone, headphone. And on the back, we got a power input. This uses the same power brick that the ThinkPads use these days. Got a display port out, which explains the DisplayPort to HDMI adapter I have to use. Another USB port, VGA out, and Ethernet. And another USB port. And to get inside, there's 3 screws. Only had one when I got it, but I was able to populate the other screw holes there. So we'll go ahead and take a look inside. This computer is really good bang for your buck, I have to say. It could probably even be used as a full-fledged desktop computer. Maybe not for heavy-duty gaming or heavy-duty video editing. But if you're in a fix and you need something, this will work just fine. Haswell, to me, it still works good enough for me. Of course, I don't use it on my main computer. But on my secondary computer, which is my Dell Latitude laptop, which is what I take with me on the road and use in bed, it's a Haswell i7 dual-core. And for what I use it for, it still works great, even after all these years. Okay, I lost lost my place there. And the cover should just slide right off, at least in theory. Okay, I was pushing it the wrong direction. It comes off the front there. And we get to see the goodies therein. Okay, it is tight quarters in here, but that's this is technically a thin client, so this is par for the course. CPU is under there. Again, I'm not sure what the clock speed is. I haven't been able to get into the BIOS yet. There's the SSD I put in here. I'm a 120 gig SSD. That's all I need for emulation stuff. And under there, you can just barely see it, is the memory. Takes DDR3, laptop style. And there's our single SATA port. So yeah, pretty simple in here. Very cramped, but very simple. Okay, I believe it's set to power on as soon as I connect power to it. Normally I have this connected to my TV, but for the sake of this video, I think it'll be a little bit easier to record it with my main monitor that's hooked up to my main computer. This has two HDMI inputs, so that'll come in handy for this, and we can get a better shot than we can on the TV. That little thing came undone. Okay, let's go ahead and give it power. Yep, turns on immediately. Alright, we're already in the main menu. Let's see if I can, got a wireless keyboard / mouse doodad here, so let's see if I can reboot it into the BIOS, so maybe we can get some more information on this. Okay, I think I need to use the controller to get to that menu to reboot. I'm not sure what the key is. I'll just mash some random keys as it boots. Oh, why did it go back to my main computer? Okay, here we go. Finally in the BIOS. Of course, it's using Unix time there. System information. Here we go. That's what we want to see. So Lenovo ThinkCentre M73, BIOS date is March 17th of 2015. And it has an Intel Core i5 4570T clocked at 2.9 gigahertz. That's actually pretty decent for this little computer. It is probably only dual core, but that's all you need for something like this. Yep, 2 cores, 4 threads, just what I thought. Memory, 6 gigs. So that should suffice for the use case this computer has. There's our SSD. It actually detects this as an SSD. Okay. Please don't go. Okay, there we go. And this is running the latest version of Batacera. And I've got a ton of games on here, so let's go through some of them. Okay, this is the controller I use with this. It's a very cheap wireless USB controller I got off eBay a few years ago, but it does good even though it eats through AA batteries like there's no tomorrow. We'll start with a Super Nintendo game, because the Super Nintendo is one of my favorite consoles of all time. We'll do Radical Rex. I think this was a game I remember them playing on Nick Arcade. And it does have sound coming through the monitor, which I usually don't use on this monitor, because on my main computer I have real speakers. And this is a little bit quiet. There we go, there's the controls for that. Welcome to the 90s, folks. Dinosaurs and rap. Okay. Just a classic little platformer there. And a skateboard because it's the 90s. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Okay, those aren't enemies, apparently. Actually doesn't look too bad on this monitor. But if I have it on this monitor, I can't really use my main system as well. So this is much more suitable for my TV, which fits perfectly under it. Crisp. I love the 16-bit era of console gaming. Too bad I didn't get my first Super Nintendo until 1997 for Christmas. At least it's not. At least it's 90s skateboarding and not 2000 skateboarding. When you had all those kids skateboarding at the park, singing stuff like, "My parents don't understand why I ride my skateboard." Why did songs sound like that in the early 2000s? I mean, that was my generation, but I still don't get it. And I probably offended every single one of my fellow millennials by saying that. And for that, I apologize. Maybe. Alright, there's Radical Rex, as well as Super Nintendo Emulation. And we'll head to the Sega Genesis and find us another one to play. How about some Sonic Spinball? remember playing this on the Sonic Collection disc on the GameCube. First time I ever played Pinball. Not the easiest pinball game I've ever played, I will admit. This ain't no 3D Ultra Pinball or Epic Pinball that I'm used to on the computer. Definitely one of the more unique Sonic games, I will say. I think they also had this on Sega Genesis. I mean, Sega Game Gear. This is Sega Genesis. They also had this on Game Gear, I believe. Never had it on mine, though. Okay, hey, we'll even try Sega CD. How about that? Let's see, we'll do my favorite game in the entire world, Earthworm Jim Special Edition. Which, this is pretty much the exact same game that was released on PC that I have known and loved since childhood. Of course, I never had a Sega CD growing up. Or a Genesis, actually. But thankfully, I still got to play this game. Same music as the PC port. Sound effects are a little bit different, though, we'll say that. The cow has been launched. And with this being special edition, yes, this does mean that we can play Big Broody. Which is kind of hard to do on this one because cheat codes that exist for the Sega CD version, but they're harder to get to than it is on the PC. Trying to get my bearings straight on the controls. I remember years ago learning about this shortcut and being so excited about it. Oh, shouldn't have done that. PC port doesn't have this screen in it. That line used to make me laugh growing up. Sometimes I could have been a bit of an immature child. And part of that was because my father did egg me on a little bit. He got a kick out of it too, so... Alright, that's that level beat.
Look, they're meatballs.
Used to always make my mom play this level for me. Drove her insane. Love this music, by the way.
I win!
Alright, well, let's move on to something a little bit more potent, because Raspberry Pi can play that just fine. Let's play a little Saturn. First console I ever owned. It wasn't long ago when Sega Saturn emulation was very, very shoddy at best. You could barely run anything. But now you can. Quite well, actually, for the most part. And I'm very happy about that. And this is one of the first console games I ever played.
Please select a race course. Please choose manual or automatic transmission. Gentlemen, start your engine.
I wish the PC version of this game had this music in it. And I'm not sure if my Raspberry Pi could emulate this well, because I have, especially since I have the older Pi 3 B+, I believe it's called. I love the NASCAR vibe this game has. Remember playing this in the arcade as well. I'd love to do that again someday, but no one has these anymore, it seems. I don't know if we'll make it to the finish line or not. Hope we didn't, just barely missed it. I still think it's funny that I got my Sega Saturn in early 1997, thinking that, because, you know, I was an uninformed 7-year-old, thinking that the Sega Saturn was the greatest thing you could own as far as a console is concerned. Little did I know that at that time, the Sega Saturn was just about dead. Oh well. Now for something that really is a bit more potent. GameCube. And this is a game that Computer Kid 1416 got me hooked on last summer when he was visiting. Super Monkey Ball. I never played it until last year, and it's a good game. Again, this would probably not be possible on a Raspberry Pi.
Select game. Main game. Normal mode. Beginner.
Well, this looks really good on this monitor. It runs smooth as can be. I believe this was an arcade game as well. Of course, I wasn't playing too many arcade games in the 2000s, I will admit. This is when it gets a little tricky. Timing is everything here. Oh! Yeah, I knew this would happen eventually. can't remember if there's a jump button or not. Okay, enough of me embarrassing myself. But on this channel, as you know, we mostly focus on PC gaming. And with this, we can do that as well. Thanks to, I don't know how we wound up on C64 there. Thanks to ScumVM, we can play our favorite Humongous Entertainment games and other Scum Engine games with a controller. Let's see. You can also play it with the keyboard and mouse as well, of course.
Hi, I'm Putt-Putt. Come join me on my adventure. I'm ready to go. I think I'll turn on my radio.
Good morning, Cartown! Wake up, all you swamp buggies and funny cars, because today is the Cartown Pet Parade. Drive on down to the Cartown Fountain with your pet, and Smokey the Fire Engine will sign you up so you can march in the parade. Don't be a crankcase, get in gear and join the fun.
That sounds great. I wish I had a pet. Maybe I'll go downtown and talk to Smokey. I better get ready.
Playing this all from the controller.
Flying breakfast. Oh boy, Tyros. I'm hungry. It's time to brush. This coin will come in handy. It's a swell day for a parade.
Well, it was. Until I interfered. And MS-DOS games we can play as well. This has a DOSBox port. Let's see, what can we play today to prove the magic of this emulation system? We'll do a couple. We'll start with Duke Nukem 2. Okay, I don't know why it's done that. Well, that worked.
I am back.
And get out of here. Okay, apparently if you press escape it does that. It kicks you back out. That'll probably take us back to that weird menu again, yep. Didn't say it was perfect. There we go, now we can do some gaming. Did I just... Okay, you know what? Let's just play Epic Pinball. I know this works. Why does it take us to the start menu? I think this will do better with the keyboard. Yeah, if you hit escape, it takes you straight out no matter what. And because I've had someone request I play this, let's play some Doom. Okay, we'll just do that. Yeah, the controls might need a little bit of work, because when I hit up, it takes the that little bar at the bottom away. I think I hear the CPU fan in this thin client kicking up. It's taking Doom to push it to a limit. A while since I played this game. Okay, they'll just about do it for this video. If you ever come across one of these little thin clients, they are ideal for this kind of setup, and I highly, highly recommend it. So I'm going to go ahead and shut it back down and hook it back up to the TV. And until next time, this is Billy Core signing off. Thank you for visiting the Nostalgia Mall. If you liked what you saw, please like, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You may also support me on Patreon if you would like. Until next time, this is Billy Core signing off.